Hello everyone. So welcome to 2026 Consistent. This is part 4 and my name is Dhruv. So welcome back everyone, and for those who are watching it for the first time, welcome guys. A brief overview like what we are doing. We are continuing this whole series throughout the 2026 journey. I will be documenting my journey, and you can also document yours, like share thoughts, ask any doubts if you have, and we will try to learn together and move as much as we can. So the main topics which we'll be discussing in today's video is the impact of AI, what it will be having an impact in today's market, and what you can do to avoid it, how you can learn in a more effective way so that you will be useful, so that there will be a demand of your skill set and level. And we will also discuss about the importance of data analytics, the role of data scientist, and everything related to data, like it's a whole separate branch other than ML as well. So yeah, we'll be discussing about that in detail as well. So let's get started, guys. So that we'll be discussing about them. These are the topics, and yeah, introduction is something which we have covered, and now let's move to the main part, the main agenda, like AI impacting the jobs. So most of you will be aware the launch of Cloud Optus and how brilliantly it can code, not to deny that part, and the bold statements from CEOs like engineers don't need to code now, and see, we are seeing many people, many posts on Reddit as well, like people are resigning from their jobs. And yeah, it's a part that the coding section of the technical jobs will soon be over. And it's no doubt, like it can code faster, it can create the whole boilerplate template in a more effective way, and can follow all the security guidelines as well and optimize it as well up to certain limits. So there are certain posts like I read one that said like in the earlier days of what required like a whole dev team to build a website. Now it's just two senior software engineers just to manage, just to give the proper instructions to the AI and an AI agent, like to build the whole website end to end production level and in a more faster and cheaper way. So yeah, most of the companies will be migrating towards that too, and that's a matter of concern. Like yes, AI can code better, but there are still certain loopholes in that field as well, which we'll be discussing in this video. So okay, like for the young students, like who are in first year, second year, or third year, you'll be thinking like, okay, so if AI is going to take our job, AI is going to code better, what we have to do now, how we have to learn, how we have to move ahead in this path which we have pursued. So there is nothing wrong, like the jobs will be limited, the market will be narrowed down, but yeah, the demand of skill set, the demand of like critical thinking level will that is not going to be replaced by AI, let's say, for certain years. So there's no need to worry if you're doing well. If you're just relying on like merge stack, full stack development only, you can write lines of code just without thinking. And like many don't even know how to write lines of code without using AI agents. So for them, that's a bit risky to get the job. Like if you don't understand why the code is written, like you have created projects using one or anything, so it's fine, but you should know what's happening in the back end, how data is flowing uh, from front end, like what system design principles you have used, and now how everything is flowing. Like if you also have integrated AI, like what is the process behind that, how each step is being called and executed in a certain way, so that you have to understand like engineering is not just writing lines of code, yeah, basically. So that's a very good statement that I read. Like software engineers, what they used to do is they used to find problems and solve them, and if there are no problems, like find new problems to solve. Just a simple basic line. So what you have to do now is that like I also said, he said something like you just need to Like coding is just a part of software engineering. It's not like aspect of software engineering. So you have to know various aspects as well. Okay, so here comes the problem of it. Okay, like A is coding really well. A is going to replace the engineers who know just to code. And AI can think brilliantly as well. Like if you give it certain instructions, if you customize your agent, like it can read your whole production level repositories I'm talking about, which I've also tested. Like it can read whole of your repository. It can find out the error. It can debug the code really fast. Like if a human, they have to find the line of code while reading the logs. Sometimes it's not that exactly where it is occurring, and like it may go on for longer duration for humans, but AI is locating it very fast, and it's like um, changing as per the best code practices that are following in the whole project as well. So that's something that is really the optimized way. And yeah, we don't know how much advanced will AI be in upcoming, let's say 5 or 6 months as well. So yeah, we have seen the capabilities of Optus. If you haven't try it, you must be aware what is ahead of you in terms of AI. Okay, first part. And the second part is like, yeah, we don't know, like, obviously, OpenAI and Google AI Studios as well, they are going to compete with it. They're going to upgrade as well. So that's going to be a hell lot of interesting and scary as well, like how advanced AI is going to be. So, what you need to do now, if you're learning something, it doesn't matter which field you are in. It doesn't matter like in tech, whether you are tester, developer, whether you are DevOps, operational engineer, AI, ML, let's say, or anything, blockchain or etc. AI is going to like get ahead in every one of them. Like it will be a matter like for some skills 6 months to 1 year. But yeah, so what you can do? Okay, so one thing that I've also read is like what it will be required now from the software engineers, even from the entry level, is if you don't know coding, it will be fine, but you should know how system works, like the core of software engineering, like how software development cycle works, why database management is important, how do we optimize it, and like what are software engineering best practices, how do you handle a project, how do you build it from start to end, about system design as well, about compiler design as well. So you should know um, like the basics of software engineering. So the core principles, so that's the key, the catch. The core principles remains the same. What's going to change? Let's say you can change the tech stack. You can migrate from one to other and to other based on the needs of the project or the organization which you're going to join. But the core skills, they always remain the same. So the next step ahead, what you can do is like to master yourself in the core skills of software engineering. Like if you're learning a language, don't just learn a language. Like familiarize yourself with, okay, this is the code flow. Like if you are writing this line of code, it will do this task. Okay, and so the catch will be when you will be migrating to a different language or different skill set, you will know like for building this function, let's say we have to do certain steps. Okay, you know the steps. So just have to migrate the syntax, which AI will do effectively. So you have to learn that. Second thing, skills versus attitude. That I've discussed in the first video as well, if you remember. So why? Attitude is more important than skills, the right attitude, because you will be changing organizations, you will be joining a new one, which might not align with your skill set. So your attitude should be like, okay, I will learn that too. Uh, I can work on that as well, and yeah, I can go through it as well. So when you keep that attitude in your mind that okay, I'm ready to learn anything what is being presented in front of me. So you're ready, so you're preparing yourself to take the challenge. And that's what the companies will ask because um the skill set is not required as much, like the pace with which AI is advancing. humans will not be able to catch them in the level of skill set. Like a certain AI can do a vast amount of things like most humans can't. So what where to focus, what to learn? Yeah, that's the section. So yeah, as I've told you, just focus on learning the smaller details as well. Like if you are doing this, if you are doing backend development as well, let's say full stack development. So how API is calling, how front end is interacting with the backend, how it's storing the credentials, how it's storing the cache memory, sorry, how storing the cache memory, how backend is storing the credentials, how backend is processing it in real time, how WebSocket connections are alive, how HTTPS requests are passed, what are the headers, how authorization works, what are port policies. So you have to go through all those questions. Like if you're building something with the help of even AI as well. So when you try to do that, so you get a habit, okay, this is the whole project structure. I know each and every line of code, how it works. So I migrate to a new skill challenge. I will be able to do the changes as required, and I will be able to adapt as per the requirements of the user, let's say, or customer based on the project. So when you try to do that, what happens is, let's say, yeah, you're preparing yourself for further challenges. You are advancing in your skill set. That's the work exactly like most of the senior software engineers do. And so, yeah, you have to be prepared at that level and above that as well. If you are, if you wanted to stay in the market and have to regularly upgrade yourself as well. So, basic idea behind telling you all about the AI and its impact that's currently having on job, the market, is that you will be aware of what's coming ahead of you. Don't be afraid, like just just keep practicing, keep upskilling yourself as well, and yeah, just stick to the core concepts. That was the ask behind the certain era timeline, you can say, where people started evaluating skill set more, like for the startups. Then you can say the core domain knowledge, but now it's going to be back in that era. Not today, but yeah, in the upcoming 1 or 2 years, everyone wants to have the software engineers that have the knowledge of core engineering, its life cycle, and everything related to it. So start focusing on that area as well. Many students are having a lot of skills, like they are having knowledge and so on, what I've already told. But yeah, upgrade yourself in that manner. One thing. And the second, yeah, just a snapshot from what's happening in my internship. Like I got migrated to a new project. So that's just because the burn capacity of the previous one is lowered, you can say, and there's something new task in some other project. So yeah, and what we have to do now is something related to testing, we can say. Just a brief overview. So like we were giving only 2 days. Yesterday I was informed that we are that I have to migrate, and yesterday and today these are the only 2 days that I have to prepare the domain knowledge for of what we are doing, and we have to upgrade and have to be prepared with the setup as well for that. So these are certain challenges that you will face, and you have to, and that will be the need. Like exactly, you have to do everything quickly. That's why the most of the companies asking you, like, if you wanted to switch, if you wanted to learn and do that, like implement in a better way. So be prepared with that. And the third thing is, yeah, you should always be open to learn new technologies, as I've told earlier a lot of times. So it can be anything related to testing. So why I've chosen that is because I might learn something new as well. And yeah, one can say is it might come in handy at any time. But it's a interesting field as well. Like, uh, and once you realize that, while I was going through the domain training, learning like how each and every step is executed, I was able to find out like most of the times I was able to understand the line of codes without uh, going through in detail from them. Why? Um, because the documentation was clear, the functions were named correctly, And the third thing, most important, is like I was knowing what's happening inside like each line of code. If I'm looking at it, like why we are doing this thing, this stuff, that comes in when you get the idea of the core principles of CS and the idea behind like what each step is doing. So yeah, get yourself used to it and be prepared while you are learning. So be prepared in that manner, like okay, this thing is given to you. So how you're going to execute that, how you're going to implement that in certain ways. So prepare yourself in that manner and it's super easy sometimes, most of the times. Once you start getting used to it, like you will see that like new stuff, new things as well. But you will be knowing like, okay, this is doing this functionality. Yeah, this is required. Like this is something we have to do. So once you start understanding the softwares, how they work, how they interact with the computer, why different projects are made, what's the core idea behind them, the legacy code. So yeah, that's when the things starts to become easier for you as well. So that's certain scenarios. And now let's come to data analytics advantages. So, okay, uh, benefits of data scientist, what you can do with them, what that teaches you. This is something like you have read multiple times and you can read from somewhere as well. You can watch the videos as well. They're all over YouTube's, Instagram as well. Many people are selling their courses, teaching also, and doing a lot of stuff in the name of data science as well. So yeah, it's an important skill as well. And why it is an important skill? Let's say insights. Yeah, Instagram insights. You can just yeah, all of you must be aware of your Instagram insights as well, your watch feed, how it helps in machine learning and how everything is executed. So how that happens is because of data analysis and data science. Like the data provides you insight that this user is interested in this kind of reel. The user watch reels at this amount of time. You're using your mobile phones in this time. So that's the data of it. That's the analysis of data. Like while we are using mobile applications, we don't know 5 or 6 years back, like the feed was not that much personalized. It was not that much accurate and everything. But now the features are coming. Even in the YouTube studio, what I've started, like I get the idea how many watch hours have been completed, where people are watching my video the most, and like uh, at what part people are interacting the most, where they're skipping the videos, uh, and how many people are watching it through the links I've shared. Like each and every insight of the data is helpful when we speak about the business perspectives. Like we are talking about some small scales as well, but yeah, when it comes to large scale, like Instagram businesses, like shopping sites, and everything, like that's when the data comes in handy. Like the more research you do on data, the more easier for it is the team to understand the problem and to plan their next steps if there's a problem, like to determine the sales as well, of course, and everything. Like a lot of stuff you can understand about data. So yeah, how to proceed in data science? You must be knowing like do this, do that, and proceed in a certain scenario, like step-by-step execution of what we have learned. Like open any AI agent to uh okay, let's just get to ChatGPT, let's try that one also. So I wanted to learn data science from scratch. You can want the typing as well, but yeah, it will give you some steps. It will give you a roadmap. It will give you a guideline what you have to follow. Stage zero foundations, mathematically clean vectorized data manipulation, Python docs. You get the link as well. Go there, learn from them. You can refer, yeah, all those documentations. So, okay, let's talk about each of the stages, how much time you should give it. Yeah, that would be a better insight and more useful. So, programming Python basic, it's super easy, super simple Python. You have to learn about data types, dictionaries. If you're familiar with any of the language, this is just a single day topic. If you're not familiar, give yourself 1 week. Try to understand the syntax of Python. Try to understand what are its data type, why they are used, in which scenarios, what data types are used, what are list dictionaries. Like if you're just starting your journey into programming, you can start with Python as well. It's fine. Like, but yeah, you have to learn a lot and you have to practice a lot so that you don't forget the syntax and you don't you can migrate to any other language if you know the basic, the core of any programming languages, OOP structures and everything. Give yourself 1 or 2 weeks. It's fine. Now let's come to mathematics. Uh, yeah, here you just have to start like getting into statistics as much as you can, like metrics, eigenvalues, everything related to it, mean, variance, distribution, probability. That's the core of data science. Like you have to be specific with the documentation as well for the mathematics as well, and you should be good with them as well. Like you have to find the mean of certain data, where data is located, how much populated it is, variance, how much distributed the data is, each and everything, each and every insight is useful while you're talking of business terms. So yeah, you can learn them, or like you can learn the libraries as well. But yeah, if you're talking about the longer duration, like go that way. It will come in handy. These you can do in just 2 to 3 days, but it might take time, but it will not go. Like if in future some other language might come and try to replace Python like R and any other, you will be ready to do in it. Simple data handling analysis, yeah, it's a simple NumPy. You can use Matplotlib as well, and anything, any of the libraries, pandas, like data frames, scales, how you can handle them, how you can join, merge, how to locate the data, how to like read the CSV files by index and everything. Yeah, you get from pandas. So those stages, like stage one, data handling analysis, that is the basic where you prepare your data. Like when you get the data, you have to prepare it in a manner that you're processing it. Okay, remove all the unwanted null values, something like that. You're cleaning your data. So give it some time. Give this stage a time so that your foundation should be strong. Stage two, data visualization. That's when Matplotlib comes in handy, and other libraries as well. So you can just go with Matplotlib. Don't focus on Seaborn that much, but yeah, it will teach you how to like visualize the data, how to understand each and every aspect of the data, where output is depending and everything. And machine learning, yeah, as I've told you, start with simple variance, overfitting, underfitting, how they occur, when they occur, train, test, validation splits, like how much percentage you wanted to train your data on, how much percentage you wanted to keep for testing, how to avoid the overfitting issues, underfitting issues as well. And these are just learning algorithms you can cover in like, yeah, another 10 to 15 days. Feature engineering, yeah, that's certain important. That's the, yeah, you can see as well. This separates beginners from professionals. Like when you see data scientists, many will ignore this aspect as well. So, yeah, scaling normalizations feature. Okay, machine learning models work on data ranges from 0 to 1. So even your text data, even your data range is above 0, 1, above the range. Strings data as well, you have to change them into the categories. So that's basically an idea. Like you can do from various aspects as well. There are a lot of normalizations you have to follow, a lot of steps. So you can go through it in detail. And now comes the stage 5, SQL and Excel. These two skills are, Excel is something you can say old, but you should be aware of it, how you compute, how you prepare the Excel file. It's super handy still. Like you can do in Power BI reports as well when coming for data visualization, but learn Excel. It is always handy. Like even in the presence of Copilot and many other stuffs, people still use Excel in vast amounts. So yeah, understand with real world projects, pipelines, how ML pipelines occur from data cleaning to like initial step, you get the data, you ingest the data, you clean the data, transform the data, and then you prepare your data, you visualize the data, then you apply machine learning models on it. Then yeah, before machine learning, you do feature engineering as well. And yeah, these stages go on until you get the final path. Deep learning is something you can avoid. It's not needed for data science. MLOps, huh, that's something you will get in the path. Like while you completing the 6 or 7 step, you will be knowing like where to move forward with the data, how to proceed, and like how to move. So don't worry about them. Don't worry about the later stages while you start, and you will find a path to finish as you go ahead. So just start with the data science as well. It's a very good role. Build 2 3 and projects. It will recommend all the skills as well. If you want, if you ask the underrated skill, it will give you them as well. It will give you the like, source documentation. Go there, explore. Wanted to build demo projects, you get the demo runtime notebooks as I've seen you from Kaggle. You can go there and yeah, set up the environment on VS Code and you can run locally everything. Like each of the library from Python is free. Sorry, not from Python, but yeah, each of the libraries is free, like NumPy Pandas. So yeah, you can get everything from it. Start practicing on some data and yeah, start executing in them in certain manners. So yeah, it's a brilliant skill. If you go into it in depth, in detail, and try to master it, it's gonna pay you well. It's gonna like build your reputation in the market as well. It's never going to go away, even when AI comes in, like visualization and a lot of stuff. That still requires a lot of like intelligence from AI. So yes, this is a skill once you can target. Like AI have its impact like in the very later parts as well. And yeah, target till the next video. Okay, I see that I haven't listed out my targets from the previous video as well. So yeah, we'll go there. We will go cover it there. Learn AI. Agents, try implementing. Yeah, I have a project I've implemented various Python libraries. Yeah, with the help of AI, I'm not going to deny, but yeah, which algorithm to take, what to do, everything is defined by me as well. I will share that project really soon with you. And yeah, that's DHR. Like that's something we'll focus will like it will be a permanent part. So let's see if we can port it out. Just keep it as it is. So yeah, okay, and yeah, that's something which we'll continue to do on from time to time whenever we get time. Okay, and yeah, let's start. Okay, yeah, I will share that update with you very soon. Like I've been trying to do some open source contributions, and just a hint, I know only Java, so you can relate from that when the when I will share with that as well. And networking is something I'm trying. I'm not very good at it, but yeah, it will take time, but it will be very fine. We'll get to it. So, upskilling as well as learning. DevOps, everything is done like Kubernetes plus sorry, KTS plus hands-on on it. And yeah, cloud is something which we have done. Cloud AI Foundry is something that I've done. Azure AI Foundry, just an example. So how to use that, how to prompt, how to pass prompt, how to use it in all the different ways, how to give its instructions from the empty file, everything. That's completed. We just keep assigning completed. So yeah, let's just keep them. Azure AI plus cloud. ML is something I've completed. Like we are just focusing on AI, LMD models, RAG, and everything. And yeah, uh, initial release of like from the day we have started, whatever we have completed, we will keep a track here. Just for me, and you can do this as well. Like start writing as much as you can. It's very handy. You get to know a lot of stuff as well. And okay, initial release of the child. Open source contribution. It's almost completed. Almost you can say just validation part is left. So, okay, and yeah, that's all. These are we've completed. These are achievements, and yeah, we are on the right track, completing everything. And yeah, so yeah, these are the targets for the next video. And yeah, benefits of starting this is something I have to share. Motivation plus discipline is like, yeah, discipline is something like I was doing a lot of stuff every day, but even now, like it was about yesterday or 2 days back, I just wanted to lie down, don't want to do anything. I was tired, but yeah, then I thought I have to gather the content for the video. Uh, I have to provide my updates as well, and for that, I have to complete what I've asked myself that I'll be doing, or at least make some progress in it. And yeah, so this is something that is also pushing me like to do every day and to learn every day and do stuff every day. So yeah, still grateful for it. And yeah, alongside it, yeah, just starting before the video, this is something we can say like I try to get myself motivated so that I might sound energetic. uh, I want, I want to sleep right now, not gonna lie, but yeah, I'll prepared like what do I have to speak about, gather the content as well. Like it's just like what you're seeing is not that much here, but yeah, I have to gather the content in my mind. Like, okay, this is something that is need to be talked about. This is something that has been asked from me as well. So yeah, just to prepare all about that. But anyways, yeah, it's also helping me a lot. It's and I hope it helped with some of you, let's say a very few of you. If it helped even once or two, yeah, then the purpose is then yeah, it's fulfilling its purpose. It's what I've initiated this like process. So yeah, so we'll connect until the next time. Till then, take care, bye bye, and good luck for the future with AI.